And recording, okay. So once again, just for the record, whenever you're facing this same question, when white is, like when your opponent is pressing down on you and you're thinking, how do you respond? You don't have any choices. For now, let's limit the number of choices to just two. So you never think about this move, you never think about this move, and we will see that later. You never think about this move or anything else. You only think about these two. You extend or you hane. If your opponent is a little bit stronger, you think, extend, super safe. If he's weak, hane. In the game, you played this move, which is not one of the two, so it's not as good. Again, not the end of the world, nothing happens here, everything's okay, white plays hane, you defend, it's fine. But just not as beautiful as the extension would have been. So this, and this is already the beginning. So you were asking me when to invade? Well, probably now. This is the, I mean, maybe we could have invaded here, but since you didn't, and you played out this whole sequence, okay, now white added another move, another stone added into the moyo, and you're beginning to see it. It's, now you can see it with a naked eye. It's right visible. It's very visible. Like, white is just building this. It's right there. Yeah. So again, no, there's no avoiding it. You pretty much have to find a point and just go and invade there. So the question is where to invade. In the game, you played this one. Oh, Atari first, and then you play here, which is kind of delaying the inevitable. You know you have to invade the bottom, but you're invading the left. And after this, you connect, take some more points, your territory increases again, but you still need to invade because the bottom area is still too big. So, okay, let's think. In the game you played here, do you have any more options?
No.
There's another option that we just talked about like some 15 minutes ago. In the previous.
I could try a 3-3 invasion.
Yes, but if you try it, let's imagine.
He's got.
Yeah. Let's imagine that you invade the 3-3 and you take these points. Okay, you take them, but
Yeah.
in the process, white will gain even more
Yes.
thickness, and he will probably add another stone somewhere here. After that, white's gonna have this kind of wall, and then how will you invade this area?
Yeah.
It's becoming impossible. So yes, you can probably invade the 3-3, but that will only give him the center.
Yes.
So,
the other, I kind of like the idea of playing the bottom.
Yes.
But you could play something up on the top and jump in from the right side.
Sure.
The problem is,
will it be enough?
If I reduce,
Will it be enough?
It's not enough.
Yeah.
It's already not enough.
Yeah, because like if we imagine that you destroy like this area, this is looking like a major destruction. But if you just, for example, you invade, like let's say here, and white follows up and covers like this, you will destroy this area, but white still gains like a lot of points at the bottom. So it seems like invading the center or the bottom is the thing to do. That's the bigger area. So then the question is, what's the invasion point? One of them is you played it in the game. It's not a bad choice, actually. I'm just saying that we just talked about it in the game that, in the previous game where you were played against this, when you played against a girl who was probably cheating. Do you remember the invasion point that she chose, the AI chose?
I don't remember. Something in the middle of the board, maybe.
It was like it was not an invasion, but I said it was more like a reduction.
Oh,
An invasion is deep, but a
okay,
reduction
okay,
is
okay. How about H4?
yeah. So before you even invade, you can also consider some shoulder hit, which will press down on the white stones and let you jump off of them. So you do something like that, and you see what white's gonna do. And whichever direction white pushes, you jump in the same direction. If white pushes up, you jump up. If white pushes right, you jump right. And then you aim to build some shape. So that's a possibility. For example, this happens, you jump, white will do something like this, you jump, you never do, and this is one thing that you will do in this game, and this is one thing that you typically like to do, is when you invade, you like to play extensions. You play this kind of shapes, like you do a lot of these,
Yeah,
like crawling moves. But these are pretty heavy. They're very nice for defense, but at this point we're not trying to defend. We're trying to make a butterfly shape. We're trying to flutter around very lightly and somehow make either escape out of here or make beautiful eye shape. With these moves, we're not making eye shape.
okay.
These are steamroller type of moves. We're trying to do light shapes. That's why always think when you're invading, think about jumping. Always jump around. So for example, you do something like this or something like this. Jump around and see what your opponent does next. If your opponent tries to cover, jump around again. See, you're just jumping in every direction and you're trying to establish some shape. Connect here and see what, if white attacks from here, jump. You just jump, 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 jump and try to make eyes. And eventually, with something like this, it's becoming a group that is very difficult to kill. You already have some shape, you can escape that way, you can play here, you can play here. There's just so many ways you can make eyes here that it's becoming very difficult to attack and to kill. But let's see the game. You play here, white plays from this side. So now, again, and another thing you can do, jumping is one thing, attachment is another. And in the game you played an attachment. Great. Why not? Because at this point you're not worried about making white stronger. If white becomes stronger, it's okay. As long as you live, as long as you survive, everything else doesn't matter. So this and this, okay, Atari, extend, Atari. So white takes that stone. Can you save J2? Can this stone be saved?
No. I don't see how you can save it.
Well, then the answer is no.
Yeah, so no.
Yeah, that is our standard second line going down to the first line, dead stone. So
Yeah,
you attached and you play this Hane and you give up this stone. White takes it. But that's okay, because while white is taking it, now you need to get some free moves. So the idea of playing this is that you're getting free moves. So in the game you played here, and you allow white to split you, but maybe the other direction, maybe the other side. We can play the other Atari, J4. If white plays here, keep going. And now you have this connected group. If white takes that stone, for example, it's okay, give it up. All we care about is get some moves, get some shape. You can also get this Atari, and this Atari, and then some shape. And this is already the kind of shape that is becoming more difficult to kill. So you gave up one stone, then another stone, but it doesn't matter. All those stones are just unimportant. What matters is
Okay.
that the main group survives. But in the game, separate. So you're playing Atari, but actually it's like a ladder, but it doesn't work because white can, at any moment, if you keep doing this, right?
Take that. Yeah.
At
Take that
any
stone.
moment, at any moment, white is going to do this and take the stone. So this is the ladder that is never gonna. It's never gonna help.
Can't work. Yeah.
So this, like you see all of these moves. This one is an extension. This one is an extension. So extensions, you're making extensions rather than jumps. And I'm suggesting, even now, forget about, if you see that you cannot capture the 3 stones, choose what you're going to sacrifice. You have A and B. You cannot connect A and B, so we need to give up one of them. Quickly, just decide, okay, which one is less important? Which one do you think is less important?
B.
B is probably less important, yeah, so let's just give it up immediately. So just go ahead, Atari this way, Atari this way, give it up, then maybe Atari here, give it up, and let's make some shape. How do we make shape?
You got to jump up
So
from there.
you have this, now it's your turn,
Yeah.
and you need to make some kind of development, some kind of extension.
Yeah. H6.
Okay, yeah. For example, H6, yeah. And that's what I'm talking about. You give up some unimportant stones. Quickly choose what you give up, because everything cannot be saved. And that's not the objective. We don't need to save everything. What we need is save something. As long as one group survives, the Moyo is destroyed, and that's all you need. So and that's the point of your invasion. You invade and you think of your stones as very lightly. You don't need to save them all. Just save something. Even if something doesn't go the way you wanted it to, like in this game. Like suddenly your opponent separated you and you see, oh my god, I'm split into two pieces. Okay, split into pieces, quickly decide, this piece is more important, this piece is less important. So we give up this one and we save this one.
Okay.
And then, yeah, you can make this move, or you can make this move, or you can make this move, some kind of jump, anything, any move. Or you can even make this kind of move, just jump directly. And if what covers you, then you do another jump, like, I don't know, here. And just start jumping around. But again, not like this, never like this. Not like this. Not like this, right? Not these heavy extension, crawling moves, but always jump around, 1 space, 2 space. That's how you invade and survive successfully. But in the game, crawling, okay, crawling, this, turn, crawling, okay, 1 eye, this is nice. How about now? What to do? How to make a move that's not too heavy. This is heavy. If you do this,
Yeah.
that would be heavy. That's like, it's such a simple connection. Let's do something else.
J8.
J8, J8. Okay, yeah. So for example, J8. Or you can even do, again, make use of what's available. For example, you have a free Atari right now. Like, right now there's one Atari you could play for free. Let's play it first. You see which one I'm talking about?
Well, I mean, there is F7.
Yep. So let's play that one. You see, because when you play F7, it forces your opponent to react. And now these two stones are separated. You're not killing them, but now that they're separated, you could use them as leverage. You could use them as something to negotiate with. Now you can threaten them. For example, now you play this move, just like you said, and it threatens. If now white plays here, how do you continue? If white plays like this, not careful, you can now capture the two stones. How?
Okay, what about G8?
G8. Do you see how white is going to respond to G8?
I assume it's going to put me in Atari at F8.
Yes. And then can you save that stone? The F7
No.
stone? No. So we need something better than that. If you play
Okay, then
G8, it just doesn't work.
yeah, that doesn't work. F8.
Yep. If that's the move that your opponent just played, we played ourselves. And yeah, when you play this move, this is a net, essentially. It's a net that captures two stones instead of one. Basically, this is a net.
Yeah,
right?
okay.
It's
I
a
see
net.
it now because I've got the bamboo joint on the other side.
Yeah, so it's almost like you had this shape. It was like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you played 3 as a netting move, almost. So that's kind of the thing. So when you play this is a threat. Your opponent would have to respond and capture the stone. And this would allow you to keep running. But again, you're not going to run like this. You're going to run like this. And if your opponent does something like this, you can now do another jump. For example, here. See? You're spreading out like tentacles are spreading all around the white area. And it's becoming more and more difficult for white to... You have already one eye, so white absolutely must prevent the second eye. But how? It's very easy. It looks like almost any move white plays, you just push somewhere and then immediately push. Oh, it's already alive. See?
Yep.
It's already two eyes. That's it. So white has to be so careful not to give you this. So jumping. Jump everywhere. No crawling. But in the game,
Yes.
connect. This one. Connect. Jump, good, but after this, connect instead of maybe this one's better, or maybe even better yet. Okay, now, like, for example, now what to do? How to get out? Maybe there's still a chance to save it. It's getting more and more difficult, but maybe still a chance. How to get out?
All right. How about K11?
Yeah. So never something like this, right? Never something like this. In the game, this is what you played.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yes, this is the move.
I'm beginning to see what you're saying. I crawl,
Yeah, you crawl.
and then it's easier for him to block.
Yeah, the crawling is easy to block, and also the crawling is it's like a dumbbell. When you're crawling, your shape is not very flexible, and it's not easy to make eyes with it. But when you jump,
Yeah.
the eye shape is just naturally easy to appear, and that's why when you jump, it's a headache for your opponent to try and watch out for those eyes, because eyes are everywhere and you just, how do you eliminate them? So yeah, something like this is a lot more interesting, because now if white starts attacking, ooh, now what about that stone? Maybe that's a net and the stone dies. Oops, that's it, alive. So white has to be very, very careful, like how to, this one, and then we do, I don't know, maybe this one again, or maybe even this one now. So there's so many possibilities, but not this one. Never this one. Not the crawling. So this, and this, and this, see? And this, and this, and this, and then you just died. So that's what you don't want to do. So first of all, the takeaways from this. First of all, think about the timing. If you invade early, maybe we don't even call it an invasion. It's going to be so easy that it's going to defuse the bomb. The Moyo is going to be gone before you even think about it, before even your opponent thinks about it. It's already gone. If you kind of plop a stone there early enough. If you didn't do that, that's okay. Then think maybe you should do a reduction. Maybe you can do a shoulder hit. Just press him down and then jump, 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 and escape. And if you make a deep invasion, then again, don't hesitate to attach to everything and then jump around, like in that song. Jump around. Do a lot of jumping. No crawling. Crawling is easy to contain, easy to kill, very difficult to make eyes with. Jumping is a lot more interesting.
Okay.
So if you had jumped,
Now,
there were plenty of like possibilities in this game to make two eyes.
okay. Yeah, I think I learned from this experience that crawling, it just blocked me everywhere. I never seemed to get that second eye,
Yep.
and then I lose a whole lot of stones.
Yes. Well,
Whereas I haven't tried the jumping, so I'm gonna have to try jumping more.
yeah, and then another thing, which is of course maybe the most difficult from what I told you today in this from this game, is the idea of sacrifice. That is high level stuff, maybe not 20Q level stuff, but still, try to remember that you're not trying to save everything. You're trying to save something, which means that if by chance you get split into two groups, you don't want to save both. It's very, very difficult. Nobody can do it. I can't do it. So when you have two groups, quickly decide which one you're going to give up, and then your other group can gain a lot of forcing moves by giving up. While you're sacrificing, you can gain a lot of free moves, threatening, and forcing your opponent to capture the other group. While he's busy capturing it, you're gaining free moves for the one group you want to save. Right? Okay. Let's look at the last game, but maybe let me stop the recording for a second and